Something's crossed. You hear my voice right now? Indigo, thank you so much for your presence and more your participation, if you can hear me. Yeah, you can hear me. Is there any more static? Thank you so much. Such a blessing. Fixed. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. So I can move that off of there. We can do that there. Oh, why is there two screens here? Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's definitely technology. We need to join up and really put our heads together with technology, because right now I think the darkness sort of owns it, you know. Yeah, much love to you. Thank you so much. Welcome. I'm working on this new technology, and so I decided to take a step up and invest a little bit of little bit of energy into getting this system here, XSplit, and it's definitely, I like it. It's awesome, and then it's all, I think people go to school for their whole younger life to learn this stuff right here. So it's a blessing to have you here, though. Thank you. So, if you got anything that you have that's coming up and showing up in your experience, Sovereign, what's up, man? I'm just gonna be walking through this stuff here and really chatting, you know, whatever that looks like. Maybe playing a little piano. So, where are we gonna go here? We'll go right over here. So this system here, that it's pretty awesome, man. And all the stuff you could do with it, I think, you know, we're born to create, and it just calls to the soul so much to create things, you know. I think creation, our creating is really it's programmed. It's covered up real good. They got a system of covering up. They just want us to read and recite and remember, you know, remember, recite. And I don't think we can go nowhere doing that, you know. The old system's going out. There's a new one coming in. Just getting up, crusties in the eyes. There you go, brother. Yeah. Just like getting on here, sharing my experience, you know. It's and then being in a chat with you guys a couple weeks ago, maybe, getting to talk to you guys. It was a blessing. So I appreciate it. Who's shadow banned? Too many comments. On what? Indigo, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? You're shadow banned on here, on YouTube or Twitter? Or? I know I messed with they shadow banned me for, I'm probably still shadow banned, over at Twitter, man. It was like I wasn't reaching anybody. They would give me a few people that, you know, it's a nasty thing, you know. It's all written in. You were, yeah. Shadow banned from where? What do you mean? From what platform? From Twitter? Oh, YouTube? Yeah, yeah. Too many comments. I think it's all really being in these, yeah, yeah, being in these on these platforms. You know, they're not for our advancement. These platforms are not like we 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 use it in a way like there's all sorts of knowledge that one can find in this world, and YouTube's one of the places one can find it. But it doesn't matter what one finds. It matters that they are connected to the spot that tells the truth to them, you know. And for me, that, you know, is meditation, man. Meditation is key in being able to walk through this data-filled world, because they want to get us overloaded. This fly, this one fly, fly. And in order to walk through that, man, I wonder why my CPU's usage detected was high. No, it might be because I got that other one going. Yeah, I might have to take that down. Hold on here. Yeah, I'm going to stop this one here. Bam. Cool. Hopefully that lowered it. CPU. Go away, fly. Absorb, yes. Absorb the good stuff, you know. Absorb absorb the sunlight. I don't know about the sunlight, man. It's very strange now, man. It used to ever since the eclipse, it seemed like the sunlight has been like eclipse light. It's very strange. You know, when I look at what a healer is, Sovereign, I look at what a healer is and I go, like, I'm a healer, you're a healer. Any human being's a healer. You know, the mind's a very, very powerful thing, and what we think will be. What we think will be, and if we think our life's going to be, you know, because as I started a harder life in the beginning, and then the amount of suffering cracked my shell. You know, it was like, man, I had to surrender fully to that. You know, fully to the. And the society teaches you no surrender. You know, I remember songs with no surrender in it. So surrender fully to what is, and it doesn't mean that's what has to be. But I surrender to it in this moment because it is what is. But anything I want to change in it, I can. You know, we can all do it together. Bro, I appreciate it. Yeah, I think we all are. I think we're like keys to our pieces to the puzzle, and we're each a piece, and it's white, and they're telling us to put the puzzle together. Or they're not telling us; they're trying to keep us from putting the puzzle together. But we're definitely finding our way and finding our place. You know, it's a beautiful process. But awakening's hard, man. Awakening's going to be hard on people, even for the awake people, whoever, whatever that means. You know, it's going to get like everybody is sort of being primed up for whatever role they're playing in this, and it's all one has to do is look inside. That's where the truth lies, you know. Music, man. Music is the rhythm of life. Music is the rhythm of life. It's so beautiful, music. If you don't play an instrument, or Sovereign, you play any instruments? Or Indigo, you play any instruments? Ever since I was 32 years old, I started playing stuff, you know, and man, I wish I would have got started at a younger age. I played for the first night in a ballroom on a grand piano. First time I played a piano. Yeah, it used to be yellow, now it's whiter. Timeline of my life, absolutely. It's music's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Um, Naughty Beaver channel posts vids of Sun Simulator. Yeah, it's well, the sun is it's a pretty amazing thing. You know, come on, flies. Come on, these flies are driving me bonkers. Great teachers right now. The sun's a beautiful, beautiful thing, and there's something about the light that's just different. I agree with that. It used to be yellow, and now it's like whiter, and it feels like it burns me quicker. You might be able to write music. Um, the sun simulator, or one of the sun simulators, has a patent on it, and it's Bausch. I think it's Bausch and Lomb. If you look up any on the patents website, uh, Bausch and Lomb, and it was in the 70s, I think, created that thing. Uh, Bausch and Lomb. Now that's I think it's well eyeglasses, so it makes sense. Ain't Bausch and Lomb eyeglasses? Yeah, very burn. It burns very quickly, uh, and it. I'm gonna see if. Well, I'm gonna see if I can get this going right here, because I want to play a video for you guys real quick that just very intriguing to me, and let's see how I can get over there. We'll get there. Where am I going here? The geoengineering chemtrails are covering the atmosphere and creating is known to man, not known to man. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's I just watched a video on. You know, I've been trying to get Ted Gunderson. I think is a superhuman being, man. He's just a true patriot, if you ask me. It's in every sense. Yeah, I got a picture of my on of one of them things on my phone. I got a video of one of them things on my phone too. Actually, taping the sun, you could see it. You could see it was it's crazy. I'll play it on here if I can. Ted G's great, man. Great people. So I got. Let's see here. What was I looking up? Oh, what was I looking up? Shit. Yeah, the here. Here's what we'll do right here. We'll get over here. See, I seen you, Sovereign. I seen you testing some new stuff too, brother. How you liking what you're testing? Why did that change? There we go. I'll do that. Come on. Okay, we'll go with. Oh, let's check this out. Let's see what this looks like here. Okay. Can you guys hear that? Can you guys? Can you? Okay, awesome. So this is Ted Gunderson for anybody who watches when on a replay. Is it? Is that better? Is that better right there? Let me see. Audio preview speakers. Microphone. Ouch. Yes, it is, Brother Ted. They're taken over by Luciferians, man. That's what's wrong with them. It's still low. Can you still hear my voice? Sovereign, thank you so much for you and both in Indigo, man. It's okay. Yes, you are. That guy's awesome, man. He's a true patriot right there. We hear you. Okay. Let me see here. How would that? Because I could hear it good in my ear, so it wouldn't be the. Man, thinking about all this stuff's just mind blowing. Just. Say, control of our minds for so long, yeah. Oh, much love to you, Indigo. Much love. I think that's what it's about. Yeah, I think that's what it's about. That's what feels the best, you know. Just learning stuff, just learning. Satanists have had control of our minds for a long time. Controlling every aspect of our culture. As I sit and walk through, I had a successful business. I won't even go into that because I went into it enough. And it's not about me. It's about just waking up human beings to the fact that they're more powerful than they know. The only way they can find that out is if they look inside themselves. And Luciferians are one of the many names for the controlling faction. We're here. We were created for a purpose, and created for a reason. And what is that reason? I don't know. It's whatever you think it is. It's whatever I think it is. But human beings have been taken advantage of for a long time, and that stops. It stops because we are. I see us as God broke up in many different pieces, and you can take a bucket of water out of the ocean, but it doesn't make it. It's still ocean water, no matter where you go with it. You can come here to St. Louis, and it'll still be ocean water. Yeah. Knowledge, no ledge. It's the ledge, man. You jump off of it. I just keep jumping off the ledge. So there's no ledge, so I'll jump off of it. And I fall down into what did I write? The sea of wisdom or something or whatever. Yeah, I can dig it, man. I love that, brother. It's sovereign. Love and know the most important. Love and know the most important, but love gets mixed up. We try to love the wrong things. It's funny because the words you're typing. So when you have to go off of what love is, and to you, what is love? What does love mean? Any of these labels that we can use in our language, they all have meanings. And the meaning, even though we have dictionaries that define stuff, most don't take the time to learn the language. We're just sort of using it, and it's casting spells and curses, and some look at us like we're magicians, and I don't see. I mean, it's all just labels, you know. It's all just labels. And so if we want to, we call it a magician, because we can definitely, like, we can create. We're co-creating with our source at all times, you know. And it can be a beautiful, beautiful place that we live. And I think that's what it's walking into. I think humanity's just going to shed a few pounds, you know. And, you know, I'm just here to end suffering, to end the suffering that's here, and just attempt to do that as much as I can, you know. We waste our energy on loving idols. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, brother. As within, so without. Yeah. The stuff that I see out there, it's just mind blowing, man. What was that? Man, my short term memory is it's donezo, man. It feels like it's don't even exist. I am living in the now, and it's a blessing. And then at other times it's tough, man. It's because people it's challenging to communicate, you know, with others when some of the ones that I'm communicating with are just so much in their past, you know, and or other, you know, to see the future. Like, we have to see our future, this vision holding. You know, this is the moment. This is the only moment we ever live. You know, it's the idols, man. I totally agree. I made a couple memes about that and put them out a couple months ago, like I did one of the last videos I did was I think it was about 4 videos back, was about sports going away, professional sports going away. It shouldn't even be here, man. You know, it shouldn't be here, man. People shouldn't uh, be able to go do stuff like that when what's happening in this world's happening. And like Pizzagate, false, not a false flag. It's everything is controlled. It's all released, man. It's like, and that's not to say that what's happening with what they call Pizzagate isn't real, because children are being lots of bad things are happening to them. You know, co-opted. Here, I'm gonna put that down in my little book of. I know Thomas shared it. I'm not familiar with that co-opted. Being co-opted. Let's see here. Get rid of that one. CPUs. Oh man, my computer's getting hot. Cool. All right, let me get back over here. Come on, fly. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna check that out because I know that our language, it comes to me, our language is written to keep us away from knowing abilities we have, like ESP and different stuff with the mind. You know, our language. I'm as I walk through my experience, I can see that the words that I'm using are, most of them are. There is a yin and a yang to the word itself. You know, and it isn't a good or a bad. It's a positive. Let's see. It's a positive and a negative, meaning it means exactly the opposite of what I'm meaning it to say. But if that makes any sense. Um, they perform satanic rituals at sports events. Yeah, absolutely. The Super Bowl being the biggest one. That's what I got my first strike for, was doing a Super Bowl halftime show live on YouTube. They gave me a strike. I just got my back the ability to do live streaming again. Uh, it's crazy, man. It's so in the face of everybody, and like, our cities. If you live in America, your city is privately owned. That means all your public officials are privately owned, and they do. Uh, it blows my mind as I walk through my city and see, our council guy just got popped getting a prostitute on the south side, and he just retains his position on the council. And these are supposed to be the people that are walking in integrity, man. It's like, man, I got my own challenges, and I'm not here judging that man. He's got his own challenges. If you're in a spot like that and you get there, you gotta go. Like, this whole thing has to go. The whole form of government has to go. Like, the elders. I'll roll with the elders again. Let's go with the elders again. And then you look at our elders and what happened, and we're sticking them in nursing homes, being mistreated, man. And it ain't to blame them people, because, you got to work to live in this society, and that's what they do. They keep families broke. They break families up. We're paying $20,000 for a divorce. We're losing our kids, and then they're making. The state of Missouri makes $50,000 off of each child they put in foster care. Or they used to. I don't know if they do now. Trump signed some bill. It is what it is, man. I know that I continue to see it when I look out there, and so I'll always speak about it. I don't have a choice. I'm not able to just go to any game and have this come off my mind, because I think about this stuff every day. Yeah, absolutely. Our mind, hold on, let me go up here, I apologize. Persons in government. Our mind is infiltrated. It was linked from quantum of conscious. Any person in government is a problem. Yeah, it's time for, like, we don't need anybody to rule over us, especially the ones that were or are, who knows what's going on now, but what you doing, man? Get off here. I just had some stuff coming. What is the truth? It's love. Love's the truth. Video's great. Okay, Babylon. So I forgot to write that down. Yeah, Babylon's right here. We the sheeple are enlisting in the military. Well, not this. Uh, here's what, like, we are all under. I think if we knew, even people that are looking at it, if we knew the true scope of the of Big Brother, and how much of our lives are really private, it's incredible. They build a society that is literally, it's eating itself. That's what the system is doing. The system is having us eat ourselves. It's very sacrilegious. It's sometimes I just gotta sit back, and if there wasn't all the suffering, it's like, you can have this show. The amount of me, because human beings are all the same. They're connected. The source is the same, so we all come from the same spot. That the energy that we are is love. It's all called many things, and so when I make fun of somebody else, I'm making fun of myself. When I hurt somebody else, I'm hurting myself, and I just one doesn't realize that until they do, and then hopefully it's not too late, because we got a lot of hurt people in this country, and if people think this economy is going to continue on, they're sadly mistaken, because its time will come. Our freedom comes with it, you know, so it has to fall. No killing for nothing. Yeah, absolutely. Soldiers must come home, guard our borders. Yes, I agree. I wouldn't even say guard our borders. I'd say come home and tear down the system. We don't want to. And I understand what you're saying, Sovereign. So I definitely get it, brother. I protested the draft for years. Yeah, yeah. I thought we won. Who? Yeah, who? We were losing the whole time. You know, it was like, no more killing. Soldiers are the dogs of war. Soldiers are me and you, brother. Soldiers are me and you. Like, it's just the way they recruit. They go to these high schools. They go to where the kids are smoking pot, and they pop them. They get sent to them. You know, hey, you straighten your life up. Come join here. You know, and then they give them breaks in court, and like it's just nonsense. The recruitment, and yeah, they don't know they're going to fight they're actually enlisting into the mafia, you know, of sorts. There are people that are soulless, Indigo. There are the soulless. They're the clones, and even the other beings. They have no souls. You know, So here's how this has been coming to me, and I've been playing with this idea, and it calls to me to continue to look at it, you know, and continue to look at it, and that is this: we human beings are yes, hybrids. Okay, I got all them coming. The human beings are very special, and it is this: we make up God. We're the cells in the body of God. We come to this place, and somewhere in that process of this reincarnation, because we are definitely in a reincarnation cycle. And how do I know that? I don't know. I don't know how I know it. Just it calls as the truth, and so that's the way I walk in it. So everything's a possibility. The only truth I really know is love, and that's it, and that's the word. So we get in these. We're in this cycle, and we're born, and then we die, and before we get here, we get this ego, and it's put in there too. Now, if you guys have looked at any of like Archon stuff, you know what Archon is. Dude, it's a perfect. To me, the ego is an archon. It's a separate energy being in us that feeds off of fear. And so you look at what our society looks like. It's all fear. Well, then it's got a hold of that thing inside. There's also, it's the angel and the devil. You know, there's also the essence of what we are, and that's riding in a soul, and then that soul's encapsulated in our body, and also in that body is a thing called an ego, and that's I'll tell you what, every murder, every robbery, every bad thing that's ever happened is a result of ego. Yeah, they feed off our energy. Absolutely, it's a human farm. We're on a human farm. So then we're brought into this world, and they teach us from get-go to look outward. Look out there. They'll tell you who you are. And it's not until one looks inside that they actually can find and what they're looking for. You know, or whatever. When one starts to wake up to all the stuff, you know, questions being asked, or I'm always asking questions. You know, 'cause I want to. The mind likes to learn things, you know, and then there's a time and place that just being in the nothing of everything is just, it's a perfect spot to be, you know. Yeah, no, I've heard the same thing. I've heard the same thing, and the Tibetan Book of the Dead, it speaks of the light and what the light is. See how everything seems reversed here right now? It's reversed there as well. And so the transition, you start to go through the transition, and then there's I think all near-death experiencers that I've ever listened talk about their experience, not all, excuse me, most, they speak of just this bright light, this love, and in the Tibetan Book of the Dead speaks of that being something different, that you don't want to go to the light. It feels like the most loving thing, or the most like they say they get family members there, but this is all an illusion anyway. It's all this is all smoke and mirrors right here. I'm not either. No, I've had enough of these shenanigans. We keep getting shot split out every time we die. Shot split. What's that? We keep getting shot split out every time we die. I am not coming back. Neither am I. If I have a choice, I will not. And I think that the choice is mine, really, ultimately. Do I want to go back to the source of this, or do I want to, I don't know, I love creating. I don't know. Split. I practice in the dark now. I'm not sure. I love you guys. Shot like a cannon, yeah, the reincarnation process, yeah. I don't know if it's, maybe the entrance. I think the entrance is like that right there. And then the exit seems more of a, because their control over the exit, I think that really the control over the exit is on the individual themselves. The entry, yeah, I would say it sounds like it. On the exit, I think it's, and the more that we start to understand down here, like our minds, these minds are just one of the most powerful tools there is. And we have to hear, we have to allow that divine source to flow through, or else it gets trapped, like stuff gets trapped up in us and creates cancer, it creates the sickness, if that energy doesn't get out. And so that's my mom's dealing with that right now with her neck. She's got bad neck. She's got degeneration as well, but a lot of that was just pent up energy, and so she's getting stuff done and it's starting to work. Yeah, that spit, yeah. It's the process is pretty amazing. But imagine if so when I look at like, I'm all for everybody having their free choice of as long as you ain't harming human life and in any way, we should be able to choose whatever. We don't need no laws or no rules for anybody to live. The golden rule is really all you need, and treat others as you want to be treated. And I think that's what we're walking into. It's just a matter of healing. And what is it we got to heal? Well, we got to heal what we're attached to, experiences that we just have to let go, because they're just making us sick. Some Keystone. Man, I don't know no Keystone, man. What is that? Oh, keys. Yeah. Yeah, I'll play some keyboard, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you for encouraging me, because I usually stay away because I feel like I don't play as well when I play in front of others. So that's encouraging for me. Thank you, bro. just a blessing, man. That is. I appreciate you saying that, brother. Um, Man, music's freed me so much. It's help walk through this stuff here, man. Uh, yeah, thank you. I listened. I think I was listening to. I was watching you test the stream, and you had on. Oh, it was the dude busting the shekel, right? The the dude busting the shekel. Um, you had something on in the background. So I think you listen to some rap, huh? I'm gonna. I've been creating this song on. There's this thing called audio. Um, audio tab, or here, let me see. It's on the phone. So I got on these apps. I became a 38-year-old rapper, man, with a father of three, kicking some raps out, dude. I just got desperate. I was ready. I was putting information in every spot that I could, and then I was like, "What more can I do?" And so I said, "You know, I'll be a rapper." So I just started spitting whatever I knew. But I'm gonna play this little. I'm gonna see if you like this, man. I think you like this. What I was listening to you listen to. Uh, you might like to. Let me just see if I can get this going too. What a sovereign what? Yeah, it was whatever kicking the shekel or the heck was it heckle? No, shekel. Man, I gotta get my computer stop shutting off like that. What platform are you testing? What OBS? Yeah, the Goy. Hey, that dude was kicking it, man. He was definitely busting it. That gave me a laugh, bro. I appreciate that. Hey, you're more than welcome to come on here, man, if you want to come on. Yeah. I thought you were testing something. You were testing. I thought you were testing something. Some like hooking your phone up to the computer or some system. Like this is XSplit I got going. So that's sometimes static stops for a second. Indigo, you're still hearing static from me, huh? Man, the sun's coming out. It's getting hot. Tag, what's up? Sorry, I didn't see you come in. Tag 833. Okay, I got you. All right. You you're more than welcome to jump in, bro. If you want to jump in, if you ain't doing nothing. Uh, I'll probably stay on here for a little bit and just test some of this stuff. And I just want to get on here and chat with some people. And yeah, cheers to you. Cheers to you. Welcome. I'm just really testing out some new software and just chatting, brother. So welcome. Which one? Oh shit! I can't look back. I can't look back on the chat because I got going through this somehow. I'm sure I can look back somehow, but I don't know how. So that tag getting typed up. Cool. Well, welcome. So hello to your significant other out there, man. Welcome to what I call my reality. Yeah, Indigo. I have stuff just end up. I caught them taking a picture. Me and my friend were we were in a disagreement, and she was crying, and they took a picture. They took a screenshot of her. We're both have an iPhone. I shit you not. They took a screenshot of her crying. They told her on her screen, it said screenshot taken or whatever it said. I said, I didn't take a picture. I didn't take a picture. And she knew that I didn't take a picture, but she was in a space that, like, people, they are doing things on our technology that literally, if she was unstable, she could have possibly took her own life. Like, that's the type of stuff they're doing. So they took a screenshot. The screenshot goes into my phone. I have the picture of her sitting there crying. 2 days later, someone I'm talking to, and they're like, well, was the box in there? So I look back on the thing. My little box wasn't even in there, the screenshot. And so we tested it. Every time that I took a screenshot of her, it didn't tell her. And then also the little box. So when you do YouTube or FaceTime, there's a little box that has the other person, and it has a little box of me. The little box wasn't in there any time. And it never told her again that there was a screenshot taken. So they did it at a time, like, I shit you, excuse my language, but it was, and it just confirmed, really. It's I've known, all this technology, if anybody thinks that their phone can't be listened to or watched, like, and I would say look around, and see what's going on, because they can watch and listen to anything anybody does. So yeah, it was pretty scary, man. It was scary for, you know what? It was scary for a second, because confirming or reconfirming to me what I already knew. It's like it's just mind blowing, man, that people actually sit there and watch other people do whatever, man. Your phone. There's a reason Mark Zuckerberg had his camera taped up. That's the truth right there. The truth is, the guy that owns this huge corporation, or started this huge, was primed and raised to run this huge corporation, has his camera taped up. Probably want to tape yours up until you get on YouTube and do a live thing, and then you'll probably want to take the tape off of it. I would just say be very mindful of your devices, and then don't do nothing wrong. Don't do nothing that these people can come. I mean, they come get you for telling the truth. So yeah, smart TVs, anything that can talk back to you, and anything you can ask a question, and AI is that's a funny thing, man. They actually. There's nothing. The divine intelligence is the. There's nothing more intelligent than that, and that's what we are. That's what human beings are, is divine intelligence. Inside of them, that's love. Love's divine intelligence. And right now in this physical world, they're using this intelligence here to trick divine intelligence, which is the truth of what we are. I don't tape up. They can watch all they want. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I actually sit and have conversations with them sometimes, if it comes up, I'll just sit and talk to them and tell them I have compassion and know that they got to do something like that to make a living. How fun can that be? It's probably pretty disturbing, the world that I'm seeing, the world that I'm seeing. If they're being able to look like that, boy, they're seeing some disturbing stuff. They're probably pretty disturbed individuals. See here, we're going to switch to something else here. What is this? Man, that's hot. Woo! Alright, what am I going to do here? Go over here. Whoa. Oil pulling. No, let me read down. I'm reading up. Their TVs. I don't tape up. Pineal. Yeah, I've watched a couple things on that process, man. You know, it's most of our challenges are it all comes through this. I think, you know, it's the mind is the challenge because it's out of control right now. Even for people that are waking up, we can walk through this stuff, and the more we learn, it feeds an ego that also knows that stuff because it's been in the experience with us. And so I would definitely say, as far as any of our the things in our body, you know, whatever alternative ways, you know, because we're healers, man. I'm very grateful for doctors and all that, because they served a purpose, and they're, you know, to have them be killing the amount of holistic doctors and nothing happen. They're killing the people that know, you know, that have had the training in more of natural remedies, you know, and I think nature can heal anything. Indigo, I gotta go. Okay, awesome, Indigo. It was, thank you for starting off with me and let me know what was going on. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you soon on here. Have a beautiful day, my friend. Yeah, oil pulling. Is it oil out of us? Babylon Ben. People take a chunk of oil, let it melt on a tablespoon. It's good. What kind of oil is it? Is it like a fish oil? Oh shit, I didn't even play that song. I just told you I didn't even play. What do you guys, how does the screen look to you? I mean, what else would you want to see as somebody, a returning, what would you like to see on this that would make your experience better? What type of information or what type of stuff do you look for when you go watch a live stream? Does this call to you here, having a chat like that? And then, man, I have a lot of ideas I could do with this, but then, man, technology, I just want to throw my phone in a friggin' creek, man. Grapeseed or coconut oil, yeah, absolutely, brother. My children's mother is huge into, you know, the natural way, and she's definitely up on it. She's actually going to, I won't do that. She's in the healing modalities, and she's doing good. She is a grapeseed oil and coconut oil, like that's her thing. Yeah, it's amazing, man. Sorry, I was going off into different memories, man. Life is a very challenging thing right now, and I'm just attempting to walk back into integrity and, you know, the ways of the world, and learning what I truly am. It's a heck of a journey. Yeah, we can view vids, brother. What vid you want to see? You got anything in mind? Let me see. I'll go over here. You know what I got? Let me see. Oh, I got one here. We were talking about it earlier. Life is a mind trick. Yeah. I got a good video here. I'll show you. Let me see. I got to go over here. Okay. Okay, so this is the, oh, that's what it does. See, when I go up, when I start viewing videos, its CPU shoots through the roof, man. And my computer feels like you can cook an egg on it. Let's go over here. We'll do this right here. Shit, what was that? Maybe I can view, no, I took all the videos off, man. I just downloaded 13,000 screenshots to a to a drive. Man, my computer started running so much better. You know what? We're gonna listen to. Man, I don't know how they play that live music on here, or not live music, but if I play another artist on here, I guess Creative Commons, man. I'm just gonna do it, man. I don't care. This is Nako. You guys hip to Nako? Medicine for the people, man. Nako. Warrior people.
Nice choices.
Can you guys hear that?
Mix and match your family unlimited plans like you mix and match your flavors so you get what you want without paying for things you don't.
Number 6.
I know. Where do I put it? In my belly.
One family, different.
Can you hear that, Sovereign? Shit, you don't hear it yet. I gotta press play here. All right, awesome. Medicine for the people, man. Oh. Now are you listening? Puerto Rican. On a journey. Yeah. Look what time you typed that message. One comes to my door, you know I'll be blasting. Blah blah. I'm customers. Relevant. It's buffering? Yeah, man. Let me turn that off. Is it back? I will pray for compassion. But if war comes to my door, you know I will be blasting. You're feeling me, you're feeling me up. Warrior people, brother. Blah, bow. No, 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 no. Dude's a beast, man. He's got some great music, man. This guy too. I've seen this guy, and I actually gave this guy where was it? We were in Indy, and I gave him a Pizzagate flyout, or a Pizzagate flyer, a handout, something that I made here when I held a rally here, and dude, he's got some great stuff, man. Got some great stuff, but he does this little part in here, and he does this with his this build up, man. I'm gonna play this real quick. This is Mike Love. He's a beautiful, beautiful artist, man. He sells all his own stuff. You know, he goes after every show. He'll go out and he'll sell his own merchandise, man, and take pictures with anybody who wants to take pictures and talk to him. And just a real down to earth guy, man. But he does this thing, and it's beautiful. I'm gonna just play that real quick, and then we'll continue on and do something else. There, I can cut that out. Shit, it might take me all day to type that in, brother. What is that? Shit, I'm pressing my keyboard. What is that? Oh shit, I didn't mean to do it, man. Fuck, I wanted to wait. Oh, well, look, the dude's, let's see. Oh, is this right here? This is it, right? Check that out. Flat Earth, man. I see you said Flat Earth.
Wanted to do a quick video and explain kind of like the styles of interaction that are going on that relate directly to our levels of consciousness and our organic evolution, both individually and collectively, and how it's being manipulated by so many different layers and levels of our ideas of ourselves, our ideas of a society, and our ideas of family, movement, and consciousness as a whole, pretty much.
Oh.
And starting on the
Oh, the dude is okay.
definition of an argument or reaction directed against
I can dig what he's talking about. I like that. This one right here. No, not the Divine Comedy, all right. Yeah. Love the name of it, though. I just seen something. The revelation of Genesis 3:22, the symbol behind it, and where we all are in this Divine Comedy. I'm digging the music too, man. It's fly. You stay away. Stay. Oh, go, go. I'll listen to that. There's one of them right there. Let me write this down. I think it was me and you. We were talking about the, and I was in. Shit. I was in that chat with you guys, man. I got out of there. It wasn't a very welcoming place for being a truth place. I don't judge for that. You know, I just leave. I just leave and go to where I'm supposed to be at. You know, it just says I'm not supposed to be there. I definitely like being in truth chats, not when truth's not being spoken. Making fun of people ain't truth. You know, that's lame in my book. You know, I don't make fun of people. Everybody I'm attempting to lift up, man. I don't put people down no more. It's like, man, there ain't nothing in that stuff, you know. So, but I enjoyed the chat that we did have. We were talking about languaging. I posted in my general. Okay. Yeah, this ain't it. This is the Divine Comedy. I'm digging the dude. I'm digging the the very start of it. But the languaging. Look at that. So what I told that fly to do, I said stay away. Listen to that. Stay away. That's these words, these phrases and words that are beaten into us, man. So the universe, what does the universe think I'm saying right there? If I'm creating my experience when I tell a fly to stay away, what am I creating? It's so crazy, man. Or the languaging, man. It's so important that people learn about this, because until we get away from this language, we'll always be limited. We'll be limited by this language. I think that's what it does. Yeah. Let's see here. So I like this. We'll go to there. Videos. Yeah, right here, this one. Well, I don't know if that was him. I couldn't identify him, man. They're all little ones, so they stay away. What's the thing? He don't know what to do. He's like, all right. I mean, what does he do in that? What does he do? Does he stay or does he go away? You know, not there he was on my forehead. I need that fan, man. No, he didn't. Overall, he did not listen. Yeah, that's the Rothschilds thing right there. Yeah. Yeah, I like that, bro. Yeah, no, I do. It's it's definitely something that I would that I when I get, I mean, there's no time better than now. But this is definitely the stuff that I'm called to right now. It's languaging, it's in the languaging, and I'm finding that the language is very jacked up. It's very jacked up, and then they throw in stuff like emojis and stuff like that. And I use emojis, and it was in using them that I found that see, there's a breakdown in our communication. So if me and you were together right now, we could sit and talk. But then as the technology arose, then we got phones, and then we didn't have to be right next to each other. And then texting came, and then we didn't even have to hear the individual. And then emojis come, and it's a symbol in a way. But knowing one of my friends is blind, that me and him do some stuff together sometimes, he explained the emoji and what his experience was, and the emoji's meanings are not the same that he hears. When he gets an emoji, it'll say something. It'll say like crying face, and the sentence would say something funny. So he was say crying laughing, but the crying laughing was actually assigned to a negative emotion. So I guess emoji cons are emotion icons, right? Is that what they are? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, brother.
Is an ad hominem attack. Mockery and insults prove nothing.
They prove ignorance. It's the one thing I think they do prove. Thank you for that, bro. Thank you for this. I've seen the word before, but I've never, or the ad hominem. Ad hominem.
Psychology of mental offense that is used again and again, because it caters to the bias and prejudices of the minds to which it is directed,
I
while
forgot.
simultaneously creating an onslaught of humiliation for those that this attack is directed against.
Audio.
Many in the truth movement, even, or those who declare themselves to be awake and aware, get caught up in the emotional swings of this stuff.
Yeah, brother, I like this.
All of it leading to the dead end.
I'm gonna figure out how to turn it up, bro. I don't know what I got to do right here. There's so much stuff in this thing to use, but I like it. I like what it's talking about, bro. It's right up the alley of what I'm looking at. That and well, I've been called upon to bring to the tribe two ideas, and one is that you are God. In our case, we are gods, like not from an egoic standpoint, from a standpoint of their system. If one doesn't think that they are, it's the system has just worked its magic enough to, you know. But that's I've been called upon to bring the message that human beings are gods that equal a god when they're in pure form, and the languaging is we have to walk out of our languaging and walk into something different, you know. Yeah. Well, you don't, even if you don't memorize it, brother. I don't know if you've ever looked at it, the Akashic, the Hall of Records, bro. It's like if we are connected, then anything that any human being's ever been through or ever learned, I know. And but one has to. I mean, I haven't been able to. I could say I have experienced that, and then I think while we're in the human form, we're always going to have. We're always going to be limited by our experience and what our experience has told us. Godlike soul. Well, I think the soul what comes to me as a soul is the thing that we are riding around in. So it's the thing that rides through all the lives, or brings us through all the lives, and then we even shed that when we don't come back here. It's just it's a beautiful experience when one's able to experience it, you know, and not be caught up in it. To start hearing the birds tweet and you know, smelling flowers again, man, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's the beauty that life has to offer, you know. I love just taking a walk and not labeling a tree, you know. It's just, it is what it is right there in that moment, you know. It's amazing. Let's go over here. I got this one. Check this out. This guy's pretty interesting, man. I think it'll be under my history. We'll go right here. We were talking about the sun earlier, and this guy came to mind, Eric Dollard, man. He's yeah, absolutely.
There's no inside structure. Yeah, there's only a surface. There's nothing inside.
Actually, degree of combusting, you know?
It's not burning anything. There's no fusion in the sun. That's
Shit. Excuse my language.
well understood.
Prove it.
Yeah, well, there's just not the way to prove that there is any. It's only in the flares that you get fusion.
Is it hollow?
Yeah, there's only a surface. There's nothing
Tag,
inside.
thank you for the subscribing, man. I
Is the
appreciate
sun
that.
actually degree of combusting, you know?
It's not burning anything.
I-
There's no
I-
fusion in the sun. That's well understood.
No fusion in the sun.
Well, there's just not the way to prove that there is any. It's only in the flares that you get fusion. That's why all the X-rays. The flares, the arcs, and the X-rays, and the microwaves, and whatever result of fusion in the arcs. There's no fusion in the sun. They don't know how the sun works.
Why do you... What's special? How does the sun make light?
It's a transformer. Transforms from some other dimension. It's not burning anything. It doesn't have to. It's a converter.
Of what?
I don't know. Nobody knows. But that's what it does. That's the only thing it can do, because that's how everything works.
Transforming from another dimension?
Yeah, you could say it's taking energy from another dimension, counter space. There's no energy, actually. You can't. Most of it you can't even measure in outer space or see.
You can't see.
No, you can't see the sun in free space.
So the sun is not visible in outer space.
Not in free space. It's only invisible when gross matter becomes involved, like the Earth's atmosphere and envelope and the surface of the moon or whatever. That makes the light. Otherwise, there is no light. You can see the moon, you can see the Earth, but you can't see the sun or you can't see the stars.
But you can see the planets and
Yeah.
the satellite.
Right. You can see material objects, but you cannot see the sources of light. There is no light until there's a material object.
To reflect on.
So that means there's no time delay. So the whole time delay thing is meaningless. It doesn't take light years.
This
There
is,
are no
Eric
light years
Dollard.
because there's no light. So that means that the light you see from the distant stars isn't 4 million years old. It could be only minutes old. It could be instantaneous. All the theories collapse when you can't see the stars in outer space.
So it's pretty, I've watched that probably, I think, a couple of years ago. And the dude, I mean, I've become a fan of his work, man. He was actually like blackballed by the science community for what he was speaking. Plan ET. Yeah, welcome back. Absolutely. So that was Eric Dollard just speaking on the sun. He's got some interesting stuff, man, that I definitely would encourage people to go take a look at. I'm gonna play another video. All these videos I've used to help. Like there's videos that I have saved that I use. Well, I try to save them all right here. Some of them end up missing. This is what this is what the flat Earth folder looks like. So it's just you know, when people say that it's not even a possibility, and I look on my flat Earth list that I made, and all the videos are deleted, it's saying something, you know. It's like anyone blackball I want to hear. Randy T, yeah, looks like mine, yeah. They don't like flat Earth videos being out there, man. They you know, and if whatever one believes this is, that's what it is, you know. And really, in reality, it's neither one of them, because it's all of this is an illusion, all of it. Like if you ask yourself the question, what is real? I've come to understand from just the stuff that I look at, that what is real is that which does not change. And so what is that? Yeah, Eric Dollard. It's let's see.
There's no inside structure.
There it is right there. Eric Dollard, they don't know what the sun is. What was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about. What was that short-term memory? All the flat Earth and stuff. It's like, man, you know what? Because I know that children are being literally used for their parts and blood and molested, and just unimaginable things are happening to kids. That makes flat Earth and round in the globe, it makes it not even matter to me, because that's got to stop, whether it's a globe or whether it's flat. Like, that shit has to stop, and that's first and foremost. And then it's just yet another thing that we can divide over, and people, you know, bag on other people about being a globe head or a flat earther. It's like, man, if we get stuck in that stuff, there we ain't got a chance anyway, so it don't matter. Dan Blitzen uses, yeah, that guy's a friggin' that guy. I got some stuff on that dude, man. Frickin' Luciferian, man. He's the guy's a real piece of work, man. Thanks, Tag, not a content creator. Tag CN. Sigurd joined. Oh, that was just one he challenged. Yeah, he's a piece of trash, man. He uses women. He uses women, and you know. I remember how I ran into that dude was at the Las Vegas shenanigans that happened. He ran and took a cop's gun, or was attempted to take a cop's gun from him, and but the dude, he's linked. His dad was something, you know, I think he was a contractor, and made a whole bunch of money. So then this guy's got a whole slew of money and just travels around, plays poker, and he's a friggin' womanizer, and he's on all the late night shows, and you know, people like that. You know, it's just do a disservice to humanity. But that's what Luciferians do. They do a disservice to humanity. He has a goat that sleeps in his bed with him, and you know, he's got a picture of him above the bed. You know. Just not a role model for any type of youth, or anybody for that matter, other than, you know, Luciferian. So the guy's a trip. Yeah, he's a piece of trash. And then I won't even give him no more energy, man. Because that guy, I would just ask people to look at him and realize him for what he is. You know, there's nothing cool about that. You know, cool is what's the meaning of cool? Well, to me, it was drinking and drugging, and then it changed to being a father. You know, it changed to being a good human being. You know, what was cool? Being able to provide for my family. You know, starting to grow gardens and stuff, and that stuff's cool now. So. goat horns. Oh yeah. Jason Goodman. Jason the goat. We'll go through my history, man. We'll see my history. What have I been doing here? Yeah, like Charles Manson, man, he's a trip. He speaks, if you listen to him, I watched this morning.
I wish you'd send James a copy of this and tell him if he had them swords, I just reach and take them swords and I break them and pull them down on his feet. You dig what I'm saying? And I tell him, now stand at attention when I'm talking to you. That's where it comes from. It didn't come from no fucking book. Stand up or I'll knock your fucking brains out. You dig what I'm saying? Handcuff the son of a bitch down there and let me, I'll show you how I interrogate the motherfucker. You dig what I'm saying? I'll interrogate you. I'll reach in your brain and pull your fucking soul out and throw it on the floor. I'm tired of this bullshit, you dig? And all these people that run around and play acting like hoo-hoo gaga and playing all that shit, they better get in line or get off the motherfucker. You dig what I'm saying? Satan means whatever I'm looking at, whatever I want it to mean. It's on my forehead. It's me if I can get up on that highway. If it's me trying to save my air, my water, my trees, my wildlife. It's me on that cameraman. It's me right there in his watch. It's me in his brain. It's me right there on his ears. And when he shaves in the morning, I'm sitting right up underneath his razor. You dig? It's everything that human beings don't understand. It's all their fears. It's what they're not sure of. You dig what I'm saying? Satan to me would be God. You would be God to me. You dig? I can worship anything as God. No, everything is God. Man. The sun is God. The moon is God. Everything is God. Except them stupid fucking people who got that shit stuck up in their fucking heads and they won't get rid of it. In other words, they talk about in the name of the Lord, we're going to say this. In the name of the Lord, we're going to say that. In the name of the Lord, if there was such a thing, you see what I'm saying? Would he be the devil? If there was such a thing, would he be the devil? I'm out there on the highway. Sure, I'm out there on the highway. I'm out there on the highway in Big Dragon, in the underworld. I'm out there in Hawaii. I'm out there in all kinds of different things. You might say I'm kind of like Satan. I'm in so many different places at once. Whew. Yeah, it would be like Satan. It would be very sharp for one person to do all the things that I'm going to have to do to survive. In you, and in you, and in you, and in you too.
Yeah, man. Man, Manson, he's he's intelligent, man. He's intelligent. He sees truth more than most do. You know, it's and then he was a psychopath too. So it's almost just looking at some of these pictures, looking at all the different faces, man, that he had in prison. You know, all the prison's a trippy place, man. I could imagine he was in lockdown all the time. Imagine being in prison next to Charles Manson. See, because in the prison they talk next door to the cell. So there's 4 cells, and you got these vents where the air comes out, and you can talk down in the vents, and that's how you can communicate with the other 4 rooms. So I could imagine being on a hole with Charles Manson, listening to him praying on, man. Holy moly. I think he passed away, bro. If I'm not mistaken, Charles Manson passed away. He transitioned into his next stage of his evolution, whatever that is. Yeah, but these Luciferians here, I'll put on this, man. This is a trip. I'm gonna let the music play just for a minute. I don't listen to this type of music, man, but I'll just go to Nigel, because this is an interview Nigel from spelled that all the way wrong. Shit. That's horrible. So check these dudes out, man. And these dudes, it's crazy. This music right here, I linked to the second oldest publishing house that publishes all of our text, our religious text. Every religion publishes it and sells it to all the higher education, and it's crazy, man. It was like 1600s. It was Brill. Brill is the publishing house. My bad, I'm gotta get back over here.
I found ZipRecruiter. They figured out hiring.
What is Corcoran? Corcoran was a prison. Yeah. One of the harder prisons. Is he dead? Does anybody else remember Charles Manson dying? I got on this behemoth thing, man. I don't like people showing people this because it is a dark side. When you listen to these dudes speak, you listen to him speak. He's that's the video I want to pull up. Is the one where he's speaking. What's the guy's name, man? Nigel what? Yes, he is dead. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, Anton LaVey. Let's see. I don't see his name here, man. Nigel? Here. I'll go right here. Huh. Wow, I was just on there 2 days ago. Can't see his name, man. Nigel.
Change.
Last time I spoke with frontman Nergal. Okay, Nergal. Not Nigel. I gotta learn how to spell it. Nergal. Man, I would not win a spelling bee. There it is right here. I think it's this one here. Listen to this dude speak. Listen to what he says. Albert Pike morals. Yeah. Albert Pike, 3 wars. Oh man, he just walked down the kitchen to hey, let me catch up on here because I said I was going to stick in the chat. He's dead. I am 6'6", I figure. Downstairs to the kitchen. Just grab something, that's healthy. Grab an apple or grab some fruit or something. Albert Pike, yes. Which book? Oh, the Albert Pike book. Yeah, he speaks of Albert Pike. He's the one that, he lets people know that the Masons are Luciferians, man. He's secret societies. There's no secrets aren't good for the populace, and I would say that Masons have done a lot of bad shit. Is there a difference between a Mason and a Freemason? I mean, it's like, who knows, man? Who knows about that? I know that in my state, I didn't see all the Masons have a lot of land. They have white fences around it, and they drive vehicles that are very expensive. They were all given land, It's like, man, if you have all the land, who can say that this land's theirs? Who's to say that this backyard's mine? You know, it's like, man, we put all these fences up and we think we're this ain't nobody's. This was the Native Americans knew that. You know, the one chief, man, what was his name? He says, whose land? This ain't my land to sell you. This, you know. Yeah. Is Trump in that? Man, who knows? I mean, I see him doing a lot of good stuff. I see some of the bills that he's signing for children, like CPS, taking away funding from CPS, because our CPS system is it's such a corrupt, it's money for kids is what it is. In the state of Missouri, it's 50 grand per child that they take and put into foster care. That's what the federal government paid the state. And so they turned it into a Cash for Kids program. So is Trump, you know, I don't know, man. I just keep my heart open and say, you know, I know the dude's got a heck of he's doing a lot of stuff that ain't never been done before, and then just say keep an eye on it, you know. Still, we gotta go out and meet our neighbors, man. We gotta meet our neighbors again. Yeah, it's a system, you know, and I think that the system has to, something else is being birthed right now, you know. Yeah, Rockefeller, and they're a bunch of turkeys, man. Listen, here's a guy though, Nigel.
I've been absorbed with lately, and I love that, you know, just, you know, projecting your life and just...
Absolutely. One of my favorite lines that you say in the book is, my devil is colorful. I really like that.
Like a
line.
rainbow, huh?
Yes, exactly.
Like a rainbow.
I think you're
That's
quite
coming out.
Coming out. So.
Plot twist. I see you as a fairly colorful guy yourself.
A gay devil.
Yeah. Yes. Oh God, the manliest devil just you know what I mean. Anyway.
Uncomfortable moment.
Does your perception of your view of the devil sort of inspire who you want to be as a person?
It works, you know, both ways. It's just, you know, it's give and take kind of deal with the universe, basically. Yes, of course, you know, I'm projecting my life, you know, I'm projecting my being.
Or co-creating.
Yeah, I definitely, I have like images of myself in like 5 years down the road. I see myself, you know, in a certain place with a certain people around me. So yes, I do it, you know. But that's also that's less like, you know, it's no magic here, you know. It's like a coaching kind of, you know, way of thinking, you know, more like life design kind of thinking that I've been absorbed with lately, and I love that, you know. Just,
can you guys hear this dude
life
speak?
And just
Absolutely.
thinking how things can be, and basically you're in charge, you know. You choose how you want to run your life, you know. Not to be dependent on other people, just to be dependent on yourself and your way of seeing things, and just choosing the things that are right to you.
One of the great stories in the book is the famous "The Devil Wears Prada" story of the Bible on stage, and I actually got to ask him about this, and this is what they said. So you can tell me if this is right or wrong. They said that someone from the crowd threw a Bible up on stage to them. And then when they were done with their set, they just picked it up like, oh, you know, I'm not going to leave this on stage because they're Christian guys. And that somebody backstage approached them and said, hey, like, oh, could I grab that from you? And they were just like, oh, yeah, sure. And eventually it ended up in your hands.
No, I remember, if I'm correct, you know, because now there's like a few EVs, I'm just mixing them up together.
So that's enough energy I'm going to give to that guy, but here's his music. So you hear how intelligent, the guy speaks very intelligent. He knows about laws of attraction. He knows about all this stuff, and this is the music that he jams. Let's see if my...
I wish you'd send.
It sure was lucky you were here, George. Look out for when I'm reporting this next topic is aired.
Now check out the symbolism. There's the sheep. We're the sheep. Yeah, I'm gonna hope that it ain't, brother. I'm gonna see something different. I know it doesn't look like people can get along. The lyrics of this dude, like you can go through lyrics and all of it can be looked up, meaning any of his words, any of the names he used. And I followed this rabbit for a while, man. This dude walking around with Rothschilds on Rothschild's property, like the shit that they sing of, man. They're definitely the occult that is. This guy's traveling around the U.S. right now. I think he's in California right now. They're doing a Cross America deal. It's crazy. Yeah. Sheep in a paddock. Yeah, absolutely. Until we realize that the power of us is inside. You know, the answers are inside. You know, we are the answer. I'm gonna put on this song that I'm creating on this app, and I ain't done with it yet. I'm still working on it, but stuff that just comes to me. And, it's called, I didn't even name it yet. Tell me if you can hear that. DD, what's up? Welcome. Thank you for joining, man.
The great awakening, shaking the collective, shifting perspective, self-talk to change your thought, shifting swiftly into reflective contemplation. A nation stuck on the same station, reruns the Clinton Foundation on vacation, abducting little Haitians, and adrenochrome is what these Luciferians are making. Children are being taken, sliced up like bacon and left forsaken. Think I'm mistaken?
Good day to you. Good day to you, DD. Ego the essence. Now let's awaken, baby. Can you guys hear that? I need to get a third thing that I can sort of, master screen that I can look at it all with.
Make it right, this is the time
Yeah.
to be become something much bigger than it knows it is now. Cause the human evolution is a spiritual revolution. All the problems are solved when you see the children's solution. Instead there's confusion, birthing altered states of delusion. Rich and famous collusion with the ones that run the institution. We can't count on them to lead us no more. They're leading us into the pits of hell,
where all them Luciferians dwell.
That's why I ring the bell, and I keep screaming, let's get that hell out the cell.
I don't think I'm gonna keep that part.
Now let's awaken, baby.
Hey, what's up, Wilson? Oh, you're more than welcome to get on if you want. I'm just talking to our peeps and looking through stuff. That was it, man. I'm gonna do something with it. I'm gonna put some different stuff in there. Dude, these apps are awesome, man. You could make stuff sound like it's professionally done, you know. It just takes a little bit to learn them. Who would have time to do that if I had a job working like that? Or I don't think none of us are supposed to be working like that. Dude, they got people that my friend works at a day school or a child care, and there's people paying $700 a week to send 2 children to daycare for 12 hours a day. Like that's not healthy for family, and it's not healthy for anything. You know, we don't. Man, it's just crazy. People are paying to stay away from their kids. You know. Can't hear me? Yeah, and you know, I'd be open to talking to dude, but you know, he's a pretty open dude. I think from the stuff I watched, you know, when people tell me how it is, I have it's challenging to, you know, because I'm not pressing anything up on anybody. I'm just sharing a perspective, and you know, you share your perspective as well, and do it in a way that you get to reach a lot of people. I look forward to seeing you doing some live streaming. I know you're setting up for that. It's a great day, man. It's a great time in human history, man. Beautiful things are happening. I wish I could get my phone screen up on here. I know how to do it through Zoom, but I don't know why. I just have another thing to get lost in right here. You as well, my friend. You couldn't hear me? Tag, you couldn't hear me? Can you hear me right now? Is that better? Shit, these ain't even plugged in, that's why. Yeah, I'm just learning, man. The audio part can get even more challenging because sometimes, I guess when videos play, can you hear me now? Yeah? All right, thank you. So you couldn't hear me when the music was playing. No biggie. We'll walk into it. Good audio. All right, awesome. Okay, thank you. So now I know. There it is right there, Sovereign, when the goy drops a shekel. This dude is kicking it. I gotta play this because this dude was kicking it, man. He was definitely dropping it. He's busting it, man. Goy drops a shekel. That dude was definitely, you could tell he was dancing, man, when he was growing up. He moving quick, man. That's like Crazy Legs, man. Let's see what else people are doing down here. Yeah, go over here. DD, there's you, brother. Yeah, it's amazing. This dude here, man. I did a video. His name's Paul Ellison, man. He was killed. He was a radio show dude here in Missouri, and he was killed by whoever he was killed by. But I can tell you, he was fighting for children, and he did a thing on this town, Camdenton County, or the county, and you know, he ended up dead. And in this case, I worked. There was a governor as well. A guy that was running for governor ended up dead. I can't remember if it was a lawyer or if it was a prosecutor. I don't know what side they were on, but ended up dead. There was like 4 people ended up dead in this case, and I did a video on this. This guy, this information, his website's still up, but it's literally the type of information they got, documentation from the government themselves, or the state themselves. It's just mind blowing. This is how I found out how bad it was when I started to walk through the CPS. Yeah, in Missouri. I started to watch the when I started to look at the CPS, and I started going to court cases with as an advocate for the families, anybody who was fighting CPS, anybody that's fighting CPS to get their child back, because, you know, there are children that need to be taken away from their parents, you know, because they're no good for them. And then there's the case of children that are taken away from their parents and should not be, you know, just for money, like literally $50,000 a child. And so we have so many cases in Missouri, and this is happening nationwide. There's so many cases in Missouri where the state, what they do is they beat these people down. Like, you walk in court and you got the parent is on one side with their lawyer, and then on the state side you got one table with 2 lawyers, and then you got a long table with 4 lawyers from CPS, and it's a mockery, man. Like they'll sit there and text back, and you'll hear them do their little chuckles. Like it's just a mockery. The judge in this case that I was in, the judge had to tell them to quiet down. They got their cell phones in there. We're not allowed our cell phones in, but they can bring their cell phones in. The whole system is set up. It's set up to feed off of us. Is what it's set up to do. And Missouri's a prime example of it. And if people just look around where they live, you know, you look around, your city is privately owned. It's a business. And so when they start charging you as a resident, not me as a resident, but anybody who, I live in a place that's constantly changing. If you don't cut your grass and they come cut it for you, it's $275, right? And this is a half-acre lot that we live on. Forrester Homes. I'm not familiar with who that is. Is it a home builder? Courthouse is private as well. Yeah, absolutely. Everything's privately owned, man. We're owned. All of us are owned. We're owned. Our birth certificate and our social security card. We're owned and we're traded. We're traded like cattle. I looked in mine because I got rid of all my stuff on my computer, or I cleaned it. I think that might be saved in a cloud though. I looked and I have $15 billion in one of my accounts. It's crazy, man. 15 bill. I got 15 bills sitting in one of my accounts. People are, that's what the straw man stuff is about. You can use your social security number and just go on these trading sites and you can find yourself in there being traded. Not in every case. I know foster parents that are good people. I've met many in my journey with this, and then on the other side of that is exactly right. You know, it's foster. See, but it's all set up. It's also through Masons. You know, the Masons have all the control of all of this stuff. So then, if you're friends with this individual just because they're in some club, they say, "Hey, we'll give you a kid. You get $1,200 a month. Just make sure they're you know, you don't leave them bloody." And then in a lot of cases, these children are in Texas CPS. They put 180 girls, 12 at a time in this guy's house. 12 at a time, 12 girls at one time. He molested all of them. And this was the sheriff of this Texas town. He stood up and he said, "I'm speaking out." And this is, I mean, it's happening. The system's used to take advantage of us, and that's what it does. Taking money from the government problem. Yeah. Government and government problem. Money problem. Human beings gonna have to learn very soon that we're gonna have to need we're gonna require each other in order to continue on in this world. Money is a form of it's a form of energy, and it can be used for many, many different things. It creates the have and the have-nots, you know. Can you hear that? Can you guys hear that? Oh, thank you, brother.
Increasing human energy by harnessing.
Can you hear the video?
According to Nikola Tesla. Of all the endless variety of phenomena which nature presents to our senses, there is none that fills our minds with greater wonder than that inconceivably complex movement which in its entirety we designate as human life. Its mysterious origin, forever impenetrable mist of the past. Its character is rendered incomprehensible by its infinite intricacy, and its destination is hidden in the unfathomable depths of the future. Life craves energy, and subconsciously you'll always choose the path of least resistance. That's why high-calorie food tastes better. That's why whenever your beliefs are questioned, you naturally refuse any arguments. That's why people feel more depressed when there is no sunshine outside. All default responses are just energy-saving reactions. How can we gain more energy? How can we raise our consciousness and increase our intelligence? According to Nikola Tesla, more energy means higher levels of operating power for our consciousness. If you apply time to this equation, it means that the longer we sustain higher levels of energy for our consciousness, the more intelligence we download from the universe, the more intelligence we integrate into our being. So what is the source of our energy? First, let us ask, from where does all the motive power come from? What is the spring that drives all? We see the ocean rise and fall, the rivers flow, the wind, rain, hail, and snow beat on our windows,
and the trains come and go. We hear the voices from the street. We feel, smell, and taste. And we think of all of this. And all this movement, from the surging of the mighty ocean to the subtle movement concerned in our thought, has but one common cause. All this energy emanates from one single center, one single source. That is the sun. The sun is the spring that drives all. The sun maintains all human life and supplies all human energy. How to increase human energy? In order to increase the energy, we have to think in terms of speed. Food is one of the most important elements of increasing your mass. What we consider as food is just processed sunlight. Plants, with their photosynthesis, combine carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, and bind them through sunlight, forming the CHO molecule, fat, that we consume through food and burn for energy. However, the actual energy comes from freeing the photon's light between the chemical bond. That's what produces heat. That's what gives calories stored photons. We eat sunlight for energy. Fruits, vegetables, meats, everything that we eat consume the HCO molecules that the plants created. The energy that we consume through food is actually the same sunlight that plants used to forge these elements together.
Hold on.
If we eat...
I'm going to try something real quick because... Yeah, that's crazy, Indigo. I would, I mean, what... The very first time I got on Discord, I caught someone being able to they were coming through Discord to get into my stuff in my computer, so I knew as soon as I got on there, and this is in there's a channel called the Patriots Soapbox, which is it's a great idea, man. You know, it's awesome. I see it waking up people, and then I see the underbelly of the beast is in here. You know, it's the internet itself, and so it's definitely something that has to be looked at, you know, because it's a little creepy. And then this is what we got to wake. This is what we got, like, to wake people up. We have this technology that we know that is created by the ultimately what's it created by? I think it's all comes from a divine place that can just be manipulated in such a way that, you know. I'm still in there. I'm still in Discord, man. I just see it as just another part of it, you know. Yeah, I can't. Did they put your address and stuff out there? That's crazy. They doxed you. They doxed you. Discord itself doxed you. That's a shame that a place like that. Did you say anything? Did you email them? Did you say anything to Discord itself? I don't know. I'm not sure. They go live. It's called the Patriots Soapbox. It's oh, they're on here right here. We the people. Hashtag We the People. So that's
went under the radar.
And looking over here in YouTube, if someone can get a source on this, people in YouTube are saying that, and you were speaking of going down the pedogate hole last night. Clara Brothman has just been arrested.
Then maybe there is a God that is on our side. Listen,
it's you, brother. That's who God is. It's you. So they have a lot of good stuff going on over there, man. And then this right here, it has a Discord that is, I don't know. I don't think I got it on this computer anymore. So you can get on their Discord. just set it up, man. I don't even want to put that on here, but they have a Discord, man, and you can get on here and do these shows. But you know, it all really boils down to this: everything is introduced to us. There's nothing that we go through that really ain't introduced to us. It all is. Every Pizzagate, all of it's introduced to us in a way to continue to convince us that that we're not it. Like, we are the answer to all of these challenges that we have. Oops, great. Email them back, please. Change it. You dox grandma. It's ridiculous. And then, yeah, how do you dox a grandma? Why? Grammy. You don't dox Grammy. That's just, if anything's against the rules, it should be, you can't dox grandma, you know? That's so they put it, what was it, it was in your name? They made that your name, your address? So I wonder how so when do you put your address in there? Yeah. My brother is, he's blind, and he doesn't, so I do some live stuff with him. We just did something a couple nights ago, but Dee Dee is good peeps, man, and it's interesting to have a friendship with him because I get to live from a blind perspective, and your username, they made your username your address. That's crazy. These places, I don't think that's by accident, you know. I think that's probably happened to many people. I watch this, you go to YouTube, I'll go here right now. I'll go to this video and I'll go, alright, let's do this. Let's,
that is,
I want to stop this. I want to, where's the share button?
Awesome.
Yes,
God bless America.
If someone can get a source on that, so we have something credible and to back up that claim, but there have been a few people in YouTube that are saying that it's being reported that Clara Brothman has now been arrested.
You know, here at the end of this, before we turn it over, I'll give you folks a VOP.
Apple, Google profited from app promoting conspiracy theories. So isn't this something that Q mentioned? That said, people trying to make money.
Where's the share at?
And maybe these are the groups he was referring to. And then Q responds, there is no greater or current threat to the American people than fake news media. Hashtag controlled MSN. So, hey, we have to push that.
There it is right here.
Anytime we see a hashtag and Q posts a hashtag, they want that pushed.
So that's it's a channel you get information on. And yeah, Dee Dee's on here right now. Never gave them a address. That's all. We're watching the vid. Are we watching the vid? Which one? No, Dee Dee's on here with us right here. Apple removed all Q apps from its app store. No worries, please. You're not sorry. You're awesome. Here's where I wanted to. So where I share this at, if I want to share this right here, so I'll go share this. Here's what I'm watching them do. I'll press the share button, and then what comes up? Wow, it's different here. So, when I went to share this Twitter was on the other side of this embed, or copy, excuse me, it was a copy link, it wasn't an embed. Wonder why I'm seeing that right now. So you copy it right here, but I didn't know that. Maybe that's just on my phone, man. But what I'm watching them do, and I think it's on my phone that's doing that. So on my phone, what it's doing is they're moving where the embed is right here. Now that Twitter is right there now, and that is over here. And then they moved it down again and moved the Facebook one over, and then they keep moving them. So that in these algorithms, they're writing little bitty things in to continue to throw us off. Right now, it's I think I was just getting my phone and the computer confused because this was a copy button, and the Twitter sign was over here. That is what it is. I know that they got a bunch of shenanigans going on to try to continue to convince us that we are something less than beautiful beings, you know, and hopefully that system's being taken care of right now. But we definitely got to do something. Action is big, man. Action. We got to take action. Also, creators can select to share only embedded codes, which change the look of the share options. It's too mainstream for my liking. What is that? Oh, the Q stuff? Yeah. No, I definitely, I know, I see that side of it as well. With Q, I seen it definitely, people waking up from what Q has been doing. And then with that said, it's still all under the same system. You know, it's the system that's it's a system comprised of a whole bunch of human beings and then some that possibly ain't human beings, you know, but Q was giving people hope, and therefore it was giving me hope because I was seeing other people waking up more, and so I just, you know, I don't put it down. I don't necessarily follow it, and then I'll check it out. I'll check some stuff out. You know, they got the interesting thing with JFK Jr. or John, or well, I think it was JFK Jr. that supposedly is alive, and him and Carolyn Bracero. I don't get caught up on all that stuff. It's interesting, and it definitely looks like it's a possibility. I don't know, man. I see what's going on with kids, and I'm like, man, there's something else to do here besides look at that stuff. And then it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, because we're all at wherever we are in the stages of waking up. So I encourage people to go look at anything like that, especially if they're asleep. I try to get my mom to look at it, and she wouldn't. She would rather watch Wheel of Fortune and Drew Carey on what is it? Price is Right every morning, 10 o'clock. Yeah. LARP. Understand that the LARP is real, yeah. Yeah. I agree. It's all, they're controlling it all, you know. They're like, this is the Great Awakening. And what is the Great Awakening, you know? Are they making it look like it's a Great Awakening? Or what the hell's really going on, you know? It can be maddening as a human being with these minds. It can be friggin' maddening. And then the good stuff is, it happens in there, you know? The good stuff's in there, and the good stuff is us, you know? So it's really about ending suffering for human beings while we're here. Because that's us that's suffering. Yeah, there's a lot of BS on there, and it's just about attempting to lift other because we, as intelligent as a human being can be, it itself is the divine intelligence, so it's the most intelligent. But they're using the intelligence of the mind to trick divine intelligence to think that it's not it. You know, the heart, they've proved scientifically that the heart is what receives the signal first. That says a whole bunch, you know. Yeah, no, it's it would be I guess I'm part of the LARP, but that's the case. All I speak of is the truth being love, and that's human beings, you know, and spiritual beings. It's a spiritual revolution. reptilian brain, I think. Is that the brains you're talking about? The reptilian brain, the is that what you're talking about though? They got in my house. Yeah, me too, Indigo. Land. I'll let you guys share. I'm just gonna go into a peaceful space for a minute and just play, let it come out, and I hope it serves a good purpose for you. And every time it buzzes, it starts to fall. Play the harpsichord. And I'm going to test the computer, man. I'm going to test its max where it shuts off at because it's pretty hot. Pineal gland, brain, stomach, mind's eye. Definitely a conversation that needs to be had. Oh. About a 6-second delay. So I can do There we go.
There we go.
There we go. This is called Indie Eye, man. I've never. I never. Can you guys hear me right now? This is the first time in 40 years, man. I can't see any of the chat right now, so this is the first time in 40 years that this pool hasn't been going. And my dad passed away about a year ago, and I sat here yesterday just thinking about all the times, you know, that we had in this pool. And you know, I live here with my mom now. I moved in with her, and she's an amazing woman, and she's had a hard life, you know, and she's stuck in her own, in her ways, walking through the experience, and I'm not open this thing up, and it sort of hurt me too. I was questioning my own successes and failures as a son, you know, that I did more to open this up, but I don't see us staying here. The neighborhood's sort of getting bad, and my mom really needs to, well, she wants to get something littler, and so we're looking at them 40 by 14 foot cabins, man. You could buy them for like 10 grand and put it on some acreage, and let's get this here, we'll go into the matrix. Did you guys hear me over there? Oh, that's awesome. So I wonder how far that thing will go from. So my friend works at a daycare, and the kids get 2 half-hour sessions outside of the daycare. That's the start of the school, you know, that's the start of the, yeah, it's working hard, man, at the fan. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Hey, death is a part of life, you know. It's a part of the whole process, and I think that process is changing. I hope that process is changing, and we have a choice, you know, of coming back here, or, you know, going back to source, you know. I think this is a special time in human history, you know. We're all alive for a reason, man. All of you are huge. You have a huge purpose, and your perspective means a lot to the world right now. No matter if you think so or not, like you're huge. You're a big part of this. And I appreciate you, all the ones that are on here with me right now, because you guys are having the conversation that has to be had. Regardless, hold your memories close to your heart. Nobody can take them away. I've lost both parents, but I connect with them mostly anytime I want. Yes, I agree, but regardless, my memories are the most amazing thing. Yeah. The memories are... when my kiddos lived with me and me and their mom was together still, I got a house and started a business, and me and my little guy take a shower, and I remember washing his feet, and him, like, I looked up at him while I was washing his feet, and he's just bright. He's in the moment, like and the look on his face, man. I remember the feeling inside, because that was what came. It said, cherish your role. Cherish your role. Right at that minute when I was washing his feet, and he had his hand on my shoulder, and his other hand he was sort of balancing, and he just said, cherish your role, man. And that was such a beautiful experience, man, to look up at my little one like that and have that experience. So it came to make a sculpture, and then me and action don't get along a lot of times, so I don't take action on stuff, and then I don't create it. So that's what I got to, a lot of memories, bro, that I definitely cherish, and then realize that the world I want to see, I have to start taking action that in this manifesting process. There's definitely action is a part of it, and if we don't take action, we're not going to create what we want. Would you like to do a show later with me and Amazing's November 12th event? Yeah, absolutely, Dee Dee. I'm down. Yeah, they can't steal our memories, brother. Yeah, I mean, if you want to come on, you're more than welcome to explain it. You want to come outside, Lou? You're more than welcome. We'll do it. Are you talking about on Third Eye? I'm in. Count me in. Okay, that sounds good, bro. I'm in. Whatever time you're talking about, shoot me a text. Yeah, you can put, yeah, bro. I think you can, I don't know. I mean, I think I got it to where people can share links. That's dry mouth. I gotta get something here. Even better, man. Fruit and veggies. I can't post links, man. Let me see. Go here. Go there. My channel here. For the 5 that are here, thank you, welcome, and just be you. Oh, okay, that's even a better idea, bro. Thank you. Gotta go here. So you see how that chat ain't the same, it's different. I guess it just takes the text and up. There you are. But DD, you're on the screen, bro. You were just on the screen, so I was putting you out there. No, that ain't it, man. You're on the screen again, bro. I'm gonna make you a moderator right now, and then I think you might be able to post them. Our Sovereign says that might be it. Oh, what am I doing here? Focus. I have to focus. See, why ain't? I guess because I'm looking at my channel. You see how these are red? These are all saying people are live right now. If I looked from another channel, am I there? Can you guys see me there when you found this? For whoever's there? Okay, man, I'm having a total friggin' brain fart right now. I'm gonna go over here. There you are. Oh shit, come on. Oh man, come on, don't you just click on his name here? You just clicked on the name, man. Participants. There we go. Hey, look who's here. I didn't even see your QA. How you doing? Okay, I'm clicking on your name, dude. It ain't being nice. Cool. D, what time you talking about streaming later, bro? Alright, you're a moderator, bro. Sovereign, you're a moderator as well. We'll roll like that. I would say this. Speech does matter, and you allow people to, even if they're ignorant, even if they're speaking their ignorance, it's showing them. It's showing. So, in some cases, if they're totally blowing the chat out, if there's more than 5 people, whatever it looks like, if they're distracting too much, I trust you guys to use your own discretion. And if people are really tripping, go ahead and do whatever. I let most people just rattle on away, especially if they're talking nonsense, unless it becomes too much of a distraction, because if you don't feed them, they leave on their own naturally because they need to be fed, and it's energy. It's all an energy thing. So, oh, that's on there. Okay. All right. What time is it right now where you are? 11:50. You want to do it at you call it, bro. It's you call it. I'm down to jump in whenever. Wait. Okay. Cheers to you. Thank you, brother. All humans, yeah, love. What time is too late? I think it's never too late, bro. Whatever time. Stony Stone supports Net for Truth in your chat yesterday. 3 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, I'm good. Pacific, so it'll be 5 my time. Indigo, who is that? Do you speak? In DD's chat? Oh, okay. I'm just gonna play around on here for a minute. Alright, cool. Sovereign, man. Have a good rest of your day. See you there, brother. Yeah. So Stony Stone supported Net for Truth in DD's chat? Oh, that's horrible, man. Yeah, I watched, I was in prison for a number of 12 years, and I watched how many child molesters came into prison, and it's a sickness that's much greater than most know. Here, we'll do this. Let's do this. We'll walk into it like this. Bam. I start doing my bam, bam. Yeah, man, he's good people, bro. Oh, fucking Freddy's channel. Yeah. No, I don't think they were saying that. They were. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think. I think they were just. I don't know. I can ask. I think that Indigo was just saying that for your information, you know. Not us. Ouch. That fly bit. Yeah. No, absolutely. Information is key, and it's in deciphering. So, Didi, from my seeing eyes, bro, Indigo was just merely saying that for your information, not saying anything about you per se, but letting you know what was going on in your chat. So, I think Didi would appreciates that, knowing that's the case. Missouri Sex Offender Registry, if you go to this thing, man, you can see a map. And your state has this as well. And we got the absconders on the first page. Where's the map at? Yeah, absolutely. I just want all to be informed. No, hey, it is what it is. You know, the truth sets us free, not lies. You know, what's going on in the YouTube community right now? It's well, it's exactly what's supposed to go on. There's a lot of individuals on YouTube that are that have walked through life, and some have committed crimes that just like people that ain't on YouTube. when you hurt a child, everybody should know about it, because anybody that has a child should be able to know. Where's the line get drawn? I don't know. I mean, the sex registry is a lifetime thing, and there are some cases. I know people that were the whole 17 and then 18-year-old. He was 17 or he was 18, she's 17. I knew a few guys that had that happen, and I can say that it put a bad jacket on them. And then, it is what it is. I don't know if they. I think if. I mean, look at what they're trying to do with pedophilia right now. We got Supreme Court justices that are attempting to make this shit legal. It's crazy. All right, Sovereign A, it was good to have you on, brother. Good to talk to you. It's psychological viruses that these individuals have, and there's nothing. I cannot think of any reason that anybody would sleep with a child when they're any age. If you like to touch children, you have to be a hurt individual inside. Most of the offenders are reoffending from when it happened to them, and that's not to justify. There's still justice will be done, and it's being handed down as we speak, and these individuals are gonna walk into exactly what they're supposed to, and just stay away from children. If you plan on harming children, we're gonna find you. You're gonna be found. There's stuff going on behind the scenes all the time, luring you guys into this your sexual desire and addiction will be the end of your experience here, man, because you're not going to harm children. It's not okay. That's not okay. Yeah, man. It's a scary situation, man. And then in St. Louis, if you were peeing in the city limits of St. Louis, so they have big Mardi Gras and big down there. If you pee and get caught, that's you get put. You used to get put on the sex offender list, and so for life. And so what they were doing was that they were making the water real cloudy, because then when you hear of enough of them, then it starts to make the sex offender list not so important to look at. So it's a big old game, man. Let's go. Where's the map here? Here we go. Watch this. Or DD. I'll break it down. I'm on the registry right now for the sex offenders in Missouri, and I'm scrolling in here. Let's do this. Let's use our fingers. There we go. Look at this. Okay. Come on up now. Come on, man. I just seen you. There they are. Look at that. That's the city of St. Louis, man. All them blue and red dots. The blue dot is a, where's the key? I don't even see a key, man. There's supposed to be a key on here, ain't there? Look at that, man. Jeez. So that is what Missouri looks like, the city of St. Louis. I don't see even a key on here, so I don't know what to... And you just click on one of these dots. So we'll go right here in my neighborhood. I'm not going to go right to my neighborhood. I already give you my name, and people have my number and stuff. I'm not going to give you the neighborhood. This is Augusta. Let's see. Coming closer. This is a rich. This is where people. There's money out here. I wonder how many live in that really rich neighborhood here. This is getting closer to my spot. So I'm right there in like the Ferguson riot that went on, man. That was right here at my hood. Look at all that. Look at all that, man. Look at this. Alright, a whole bunch of dots just disappeared for a reason. Some reason. So we'll click on this dot here. We'll see what this guy here. That's Larry Rhodes. Usually has a picture. Here, we hit him. There he is right there. So old Larry, he's got looks a lot older than 27. Statutory rape, 2nd degree. So Larry likes to rape people. Statutory rape, which is it's an age thing. And where's the map here? There we go. Okay, I'm coming back over. I can't even see the chat right now. Break up okay, and it was thank you, Sovereign. Do you believe they was framed like he says? I haven't really not for a second. Yeah, I like you guys, man. That's what this chat's about. Is for what that right there, to honor each other's perspective. I see in that chat right there an honoring of a perspective and it's a mutual respect for life is what I see right there. So oh, okay. Yeah, well, I better go over and click off of here right there. So back to the spiritual awakening. That's what's on my screen now, DD. An increased tendency to let things happen rather than to make them happen. These are the 12 symptoms for a spiritual awakening. Frequent attacks of smiling, feeling of being connected with others in nature, frequent overwhelming episodes of appreciation, tendency to think and act spontaneous rather than from fear-based or past experiences, unmistakable ability to enjoy each moment, the loss of ability to worry, a loss of interest in conflict, a loss of interpreting the actions of others, a loss of interest in judging others, a loss of interest in judging self, in gaining the ability to love without expecting anything. It resonates with me. Yeah, it's awesome, man. I'm gonna go just frolicking through some stuff here. I want to make this bigger. God, I got so much stuff I can do with this thing, and it's awesome. If my computer wasn't burning up, I would turn into one of my characters right now, but I don't think my computer can handle going into that program. So I'm gonna go over and just go through some stuff. Type of stuff, who knows? Let's see. Something new. So I'm gonna just do some little research, and I want to just I'm gonna do it on. You guys got anything coming up? Dave just being all quiet about his past, helping pizza gators. Yeah. I mean, that's logically, it's one of the places that some will come and rest their weary head is in these communities, and it's the safest place for them, they feel, until they're until they are exposed for what they are, you know. Ultimately, what's going to take place? It's going to be a big cleansing. Whatever's supposed to take place, I guess. I don't know. I just continue to hold my heart open to know the truth in me, and knowing that I can see the truth in everyone else. And we can either destroy this thing in us in the process, or we can walk through it. And I think we're walking through it. It's painful. The awakening is painful. If this right here, the thing that I just read, there was a lot of awesome points in there. The awakening is painful. It's a lot of stuff to go through, you know. Finding out a lot of information and finding out we were lied to for a real long time, you know. And then we're still in the fight. It's spiritual. This is behind the scenes where this is really happening. So, what can we do to benefit humanity? I think you can look inside yourself and know who you are. That's how you're going to do it. Okay, DD. Hey, I'll see you in a little bit, bro. Okay, awesome. It was good to see you on here, brother. I seen you go live last night, man. I was happy to see that. I'll call you in a little bit. Okay, so if I add source. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can. I want to see if I can go to Periscopes from here. I know I can. Broadcast. Play out. Periscopes. Failed. Oh, come on, man. I wonder if oh, here it is right here. Authorize. I wonder if I can start going on Periscope. Will that make my computer even harder to run? Log in, Twitter. Authorize Periscope. Oh shit, I gotta sign in, man. Can't see the box also. Get there. Activate my account, phone number. Couldn't find that. What? Log in. Well, we ain't gonna get on Periscope this time, yo. Oh, maybe I can do it through my phone number. There we go. Oh, these things, man. These things right here, man, this is a trip. These things are the new things they started doing, where you hit the ones with all the cars, the changes and like the signs they'll put. Yeah, it's crazy. That looks like a statue. Statue. Yeah, statue. Verify that. There you go. Verify. Enter the code. We might get in here, yo. Let's see. True seeker. Let the system decide. I'm not seeing any text right now. I'm gonna see if we can get going on this right here. Test. Let me write that down right there. Okay. So might be going on there now. Not even sure how I feel about it. Oh, QA, I didn't see that, man. That's wild. Jay-Z and all of them are they're all dark. If you're in Hollywood, you're a prostitute, you know. That's what Hollywood is. They made people prostitute themselves out. The big names, you know, they're all they've all done something to get where they are, you know. Let me see if I'm working on here. If you're joining us from Periscope, welcome. I don't know how to get the chat in here, but I might be able to do that. Would that be under extension? No, add source. General widgets. Periscope in here, so I don't know how to get the chat in here. It's probably here somewhere. Come on now, click on the link. Oh, them things are awesome, man. We're gonna go watch this guy. I don't know if you can see him or not. Oh, it's not found. What do you mean? Hey, it sounds like a good idea to me.
Bombers getting permits.
You got 35 viewers, man. Oh man, my computer's
very good reason to get
CPU, man. Sorry, we had to leave that dude. My computer is I don't see no movement down there in chat, so I'm just I don't know if everybody burnt out or I think it may have something may have dropped off there. Football. Very first thing, football. That's nonsense, man. What was that? What's beeping? What was that beep? What's the map? Can I get the interactive map here? Log in here. What would I be under talk here? 950. Oh, fuck, I'm not going to do that. Excuse my language, dude. I'm alright. Indigo, I am crushed, honeybee, slam, Freddy. I don't know if anybody's out here, man. Just you? Okay. Hey, at least I know now. That's what I was coming over here to see, because it won't, well, you can see what I can see. It won't show me anything. Just you? Okay. Hey, at least I know now. That's what I'm hearing myself, so I'm going to take that off there. That should be it right there. I don't want to see that, though. That's double trouble. What was I doing? QA? Oh, I know what I was doing. I was putting the broadcast, periscopes, title. Testing. Someone just joined. I got a little echo too. Right now you got echo? Let me do this. I'll get out of there. For whoever, if someone else just joined, welcome. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Okay, awesome. Thank you. I wish I could see more in this chat here. It won't show me like if anybody's joining or anything. So I had 2 broadcasts, so I got periscopes going. So how can I get oh, maybe I do it over here. Add source. General widgets. I wonder how I can get that in here. I'm gonna grab some water real quick. I'll leave y'all. I'm gonna leave you with nothing. QA, I ain't gonna leave you with nothing. I'm gonna throw on something here that I think you'll enjoy. I'm gonna put on that rap song I'm working on with the kids. There it is. I'm gonna go get something to drink, and I appreciate you all, whoever's here. I appreciate your presence and welcome. Take a little break. Come on, you're caught up in the thing. Come on, you're on your shenanigans. Oh, I can scroll the chat. Look at that. How did I do that? Let's see how I get down to the bottom. Maybe is this it? QA, is that the last thing that's been put? Is this sorry that went to the wrong place? Or has there been something? So Periscopers, I don't know if anyone's on there. It's just testing. I don't get on Periscope much, being owned by Twitter. Still don't have it. There it is. Okay. I don't know what happened with the chat, man. I think it refresh. See if that works. No? What time is it? 32. At source. Find more sources. Periscope chat. Periscope chat was in here. same thing, man. Oh, HTML. There we go. Let you broadcast and explore the world through. Is there a new place you meet new people share interests? I don't know what it is. What is this? Outputs. It wouldn't be an output. If you're joining me on any platform, I'm just walking through how to use this new software and welcome you. I get the chat in here though. Okay. That's definitely. So if I can pull that up on my screen. That'll do it there. Think that yeah, we'll do that right there. I like that. How am I getting this? What is this? YouTube live chat viewer. So we will. We got. Maybe is that me watching? Yeah, that's me watching. What's up, everyone? I see there's a couple people in here, man. I'm just doing some testing of some new software, so welcome. So if we do that, screen capture, smart select. Maybe is that me watching? Yeah, that's me watching. Software, so welcome. Can let's see if I can hear me. My apologies if it's confusing. I'm just attempting to go through new software right now and learn new software, and now I can at least see a few comments. Pull it up. Oh shit, that's too confusing right now, man. What is this? What is this back here? What is that? Oh shit. Yeah, we'll keep that off there. Oh man, it's starting to get